Hi guys, Paul here from Painting with PABREWNEWS. Another episode of Painting with PABREWNEWS. It's been a while. I think we're on episode 17 already. So right now I have black gesso covering here. Right down here I kind of made a little scribble with some white and black gesso. A little green there too actually. Let that all dry. Covered it up with some oil. Little liquid white here just to make it hazy. And then I put a little bit of a mixture of black, brown, and blue and just kind of hazed it up. So we're going to see what we're going to come up with today for sure. Here we go. Actually, I'm just going to take that little bit of that blue, black, blue, and brown color, and I think I'm just going to kind of continue misting it up a little bit right here. A little bit more of that color right here. Right here, blend it in. Little thing here and there. Not too really crazy. Put little trees. Don't need to follow that. We don't really care what's going on. Just a little color. Just a little color there. Alright, that's good. Alright. Clean that up. Alright. We're going to do a lot of work with oval brushes today. I got a pretty good beat 'em up oval brush right here. We're going to probably just start with that one. Kind of take the same colors. Black, blue, brown, dark colors. Kind of pull them all together in one little puddle. I have all the black, blues, and browns kind of together. Just going to pull them all into this little puddle. Tap, 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 tap. Tap the brush in. And then we're just going to start coming here and kind of coming up with ideas of form and shape for some of these things that hang here and hang there, live here, live there. That's all we're going to do right now. Easy peasy. We don't care what happens right now. Easy. Just going to fill in some of the background in, basically. Give you a little dark color to put the light color in. That's right, pretty much. That's it. Alright, more of that. There we go. Same side. Might as well just keep it going. Same thing. More of that brown. Tap, tap, tap. There you go. Just putting color, dark color on, man. That's all we're doing. We don't really care at this point in time what's going on. Got a little overhang. We're deep in the woods right now. Deep, deep in the woods. Sometimes it's nice to have two different brushes. That one can stay primarily for dark, and the other one can stay for light. So I actually have a brand new oval brush I might be using right today. All right, take a little liner brush, script liner brush, the thin one. There we go, little paint thinner, right into that color that we've been mixing up, the dark colors. And why not? Spin it, load the bristles, and we'll just come in here and just get a little idea of things that live here. Twist and sticks and branches. The fight for the perfect liner brush for me has always been a thing. some of these brushes, they don't want to stay together the way they should. For me anyway, they don't stay together the way I'd like them to. So, like I said, it's always been a fight. There's a big tree. There's a big one. We don't care what's going to happen. We're just having a fun time putting little branches down. We don't care. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. There's a branch. Yep. Like I said, some of these, they want to kind of stay together, but then some of them just want to pop apart no matter what you do. So the fight for the perfect liner brush has definitely been a struggle. They work when they're brand new, and then they start getting a little hazy after that. Not gonna lie. Here's a different liner brush. Take that through a little bit of this. See if that one, see if you can see that one, kind of just points up a little bit nicer. So we'll just make a little. And sometimes it makes it easier if you go from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. It just depends. No real right way to do it, or a wrong way. Whatever works for you. I've done it both ways, and I've had success with both ways, but I've also had ones I'm not really happy about both ways. So I mean, it's one of those ones where it's a little hard to tell until you actually do it. Like I said, finding the right liner brush is kind of a challenge sometimes. All right, let's take this brandy newy. Let's go through some yellows. Actually, I'm going to pull it through that same dark color that we've been making, because all those nice blacks, when it hits green, should make a nice little green. Actually, yellow should make a nice little muted green color. Let's see if that'll do that. Hit a little yellow ochre. Pull through here. Tap and tap, 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 tap. See if we get a nice like olive green color. Time to hit the brown, a little bright red too. Helps dull it a little bit. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. All right, just gonna come up here and start tapping. Just like that. Good. Think about form and shape, where the light hits. If things are going to be a little bit lighter than others. We're deep in the woods. I want some dark, deep wood color. I love the old brush. I've just used it so much now. I just really, really enjoy it. It makes some of the coolest little effects. And we're just varying with this dirty brush. We're just going back from the yellow ochres to the yellow, cad yellow, yellow ochre, bright red. And we're just changing the flavor back and forth. So you're gonna see some of these colors get different now and again. Soft color. Don't kill all that dark, but let a little bit of room to show between the two different layers that you're building too. Get darker, darker, darker when it gets away from the light. That makes sense. Little ochre. Little ochre here. There you go. See that separator right there? That's important. It helps with the illusion of distance in your painting. Don't kill all that dark off. And a little bit of that bright red actually helps dull it a little bit, because green and red make brown, so it helps you change the flavor, gives you a little idea of dulling. Let's see. That's nice. Dark. Okay. Let me see. I'm seeing something here. Let's work on the other side real quick. Let's work on the other side. Got this thing going. It's so nice. Might as well close in the other side real quick. Yeah, look, crimson. Put a little crimson in there with bright red. Let's give it a sparkler. Ooh, look at that. Okay, go right back to the yellow. That was more yellow. Keep this up. Look at that. That's nice. Okay. Ooh. That guy. Okay. We're just tapping down, making nice hangy down bushes and stuff. That's all. That's all. Continue. Let's actually hang these down a little bit. Continue the hangy down look, if you know what I mean. Little hangy limbs. There you go. That looks nice. I really like that. Okay, let's clean this off. Give her a break. That's nice. Let's see. What we got going on here? Now I'll take a little bit of this dark color that we've been working with. The blues and the browns. Smear it out. Let's put a little bit of white to it. See if we can come up with some nice little color here. Why don't we just put a little bit of a rock right here, right? Rocks right over here. Rocks. Give you the idea of rocks. There's rocks right here too. Something like that. Alright. So dark color. Just calm some of this down. Rock. Maybe like there's like a cliff or something that kind of hangs here. Has a good time. You can see something like that happening right there. All these little things kind of crawling over it, having a good time. I can see that. Okay. Let's see. Calm down a little bit. Soft. Try to keep that softness that we have going on here. Kind of scrape some of this excess paint off. We don't need all this paint. The easier it is to put the next layer on, you kind of scrape some of the thinner paint we have going on. I like this little bank we have going right now. There's a little bank here that has a little bit of high spots, things like that. Pick up and push and pull. Push and pull. It gives you idea of little layers and stuff. Nice. And just take this little 1-inch brush. I had this and I put a lot of color on. I was just gonna go up on a little bit. Smooth it out. Smooth out that bank a little bit. There. Blend it in. It'll automatically blend with the color that you put on the palette before, so that gives us kind of this hazy idea. I like it. So you can come back in there then. Some of the colors kind of give it the idea of a another little thing going on here. There. That kind of like connects everything. All these little rocks that kind of live out here, do their thing. There. Same thing right here. Little rocks. Look at this little creek body. We'll do that next. There. Okay. Get the brush back. Get the dirty brush back. Go back in all these dark colors. Tap, 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 tap. Blues, browns, those kind of colors. Then we can start working some of these down. Where these hang over, do their thing. These rocks kind of stick up around. Just like that there. Okay. Leave that going. Keep that dirty. Keep that brush dirty. Okay, gonna go right through the yellow here. Straight up yellow. Little bit of the liquid white, yellow, and yellow ochre. There you go. Maybe bright red. Let's mix them all together. Let's see what's going on here. There. There. Same thing. They just kind of come over here. Oh, crimson. Let's change the flavor. They live all around these rocks. So, it's nice. Nice. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I don't know. I've never done this before. Let's try this. A little curious. Got these rocks, right? Scrape some of that paint away. Let's see. A little brown. A little brown. First time for everything, right? First time for everything. Let's see. Right there. Let's see. Take a little bit of color, of that white. Mix it there. White sand. Throw it all together. All right. Let's see. There you go. Straight down. Straight down. All right, same thing. Never made a cabin before, but shoot, I think it's something like that. We'll find out, right? Cut across, get some little darker paint. Highlight the eaves a little bit. Like that. Highlight the sides. What I do is kind of scratch in. Idea of boards. I want my smaller knife to do that. Get in there and have a good time. That's why I have it. Get the smaller knife. A little dark paint on the smaller knife. Let me just outline the cabin a little bit. Nice little hangy overs. good time. Scratch a little window in maybe. Let's see. See if we can do that. There's a window. A dark color. Just like that. Scratching the door. Just like that. Okay. A little light color. Let's see if we can accent some of this stuff. All right. Dark color again. We just color. All right. Never made a cap. What? There, oh, there's a little offshoot house. Right here. Yeah. Porch. Maybe this house has a little bit of a little footer to it. Some dark color. Oh, interesting. Definitely never did that before. Put little footers in. Build up some footers. Doesn't fall over. Alright, same thing with this one. Needs a footer. Cut off what you don't want. Cabinectomy. Just like that. Such a nice little place. I think I lived there, so I figured, why not make a little cabin? Here's a little chimney. It needs a chimney right there. Needs a little chimney. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty cold in the winter. Just like that. Needs a little chimney. Perfect. Get a little messy. Look at that. That's the haphazards. That's the hazards of it for sure. All right. What do we got going on here? Let's go work on some of that lake, that little creek right there. Just get a little bit of paint. A little bit of paint on my fan brush. We're just going to softly dance this through. You really don't care what's going on. We just know it's a little creek. Doesn't have to be a rager every time. Just gonna be a creek. Just a nice little creek. You can see the stones through. Picks up the color that you put on it. Okay.
clean that off.
It's not as fun as the big brushes. We'll just go over it again. Blend it all out. Now we have a nice little creek to live by.
Can't say that's a bad thing, for sure.
All right. Why don't we make a big old tree right here? I'm just getting straight black. Straight black. Right here. Right? Just make it barely. There's a trunk right there. There's another trunk right there. Let's say that. There's a trunk right here. There you go. There's some trunks.
Little fuzzy trunks. Nothing too crazy. I think we're going to go right back to the oval brush. I think that's a good idea. Right back to the oval brush with the blues, browns.
Same kind of idea. All right, now here. Let's do it. Just going to start tapping in some dark color. Tapping with some dark color. All right, same thing. Blues, browns, blacks. Tap it in right here. Right over her house. Right over her house. He got some stuff. He's got some bushes living around his house. Of course he does. Just like my house. There you go. Push up. Push up some nasty little bushes. Things like that. Close it all off.
There you go. All right. Beat them up. Alright. I'm gonna take a little towel, wash my hand. I think she's looking pretty nice.
Let's take some of that little knife and a little bit of that color we mixed up for the house, the lighter color. We'll just shoot a little trunk. Don't see all of it, just see some of it. Little trunk here, here, right here too. We see a little bit of the trunk. Not all of it, but we'll see some of it. Maybe it has a little buddy that lives right here. This will be, we'll see how we do it. Yeah, back here you see a little guy sticking out, having fun. There's a bunch of trees back here. Sometimes you don't see them all, but they're back here, living their good lives, you know. It kind of sticks out here, kind of comes up that way. Same thing here. There. Sticks and twigs sticking up, having a good time. Just like that.
Okay. Let's go into our brush full of different greens and yellows, reds and yellows. Get some nice green on this one. Darker green. Load her up. Try to load her up.
Okay. Right here we just start. It's gonna be dark. 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 Try to get a little bit of a brighter green so we can kind of shows up a little bit nicer. Let's see. Dark in the woods. Okay, let's do that again. The yellow ochre, tap, 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 tap. Change the flavor a little bit.
Change the flavor a little bit for the next one.
Maybe he doesn't get enough. He gets way more light, maybe. So he's going to be a little different. Just brother right there. Tap, 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 tap. There. Okay.
Okay. Now we got some nice pines right there. Alright, we're gonna go some more of that green color. I like to do too.
Okay. Kind of take these, start pushing upwards a little bit. Makes little nice fern bushes that live around the house. There. And then I'll go on sidewards, pushing that little forest here, forest floor. Again, push this way. Make nice little things. There. Nice little wild creek.
I think we need a little bit of soil right there. Dark color.
Right there. There. Soil right there. Runs up here. Nice, like a little path from the house. Maybe the house has a little path, who knows? Scrape it out, scrape it out. Just like that. Used to be there. That's where the guy used to go get his little trout dinner. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay. Yellow ochre, a little red, greens.
Tap them in, tap them in. There you go. Close in some of that.
Feel what that means?
Crimson right here. There. There. Okay.
Just change the flavor.
Try not to use the same thing over and over again. Make it different. Different highlights. Don't kill all the dark. I know it gets feeling good. You want to keep going, but sometimes keep some of that dark color. There, just like that. Nice little house there by the creek. Okay.
Go here. Let's find this. Well, we just use the little brush. Excuse me. A little knife. Use the little knife. Cut through a little,
Just a little light. Just make a little. Sometimes things happen when it hits the shore. Maybe there's a little thing it bumps off and just makes an extra little bump and wave. Take a little fan brush. Just clean it up. Clean it up. Just like that. Nice. Just like that. Smooth it out. Back into nothing. Back into the woods.
deep woods. That's what it is. This is the cabin in the woods.
Fan brush went flying.
That's nice. That's good. Good, good. So what you can do too, right before we pretty much gonna say goodbye, I think. Take a little paint thinner. Go through a little bit of liquid white. Alright. And if you see something you like, you just scrape in soft. Cool. Just little things in the dark, because if the painting gets too dark, a lot of that dark color won't show up, so you just get a little white. Make little sticks and twigs, things stick up. They'll show up a little bit better because it's dark against light, light against dark, just like that. There's always little things that are going to happen in the woods. Just like that. Oh, sticks out. Stick out a little bit. You don't see the whole thing. Maybe it goes behind something. Who knows? Maybe you see the little bit of it right there. Who cares? You can scrape these in too. Just make little sticks and twigs and branches where you see some of the dark spots. Just so stuff will stand up a little bit more. Come out and have fun. Shoot. That's about a finished painting as I've ever seen. So there you go. Oh, there's a bright one. Comes right off the painting. Right there. It's pretty good. Alright, a little cabin in the wood action. Okay, that was a nice fun one. Alright, probably took a little bit longer. 37 minutes. Forever. But here we go. Nice little cabin in the woods. This has been Paul Painting with PABREWNEWS, episode 17. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Woo!